Miss Lana, how you doing?
Hey, Noble. Okay.
Lana,
So why are your
your boy
lit?
Rebel, is out here in these TikTok streets causing trouble as usual.
I don't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Can
well. Yep.
okay. Why are your lives so lit? Oh my God. When I came back from
Man.
vacation and I saw the post, I was like, what happened and where was I? But anyway, I was on vacation. So but let's start. We've got the 100% of taking care of the household. We've got the 99% don't need to procreate, and then we've
Right.
got the submit. Okay,
Yep.
okay. Um, you need to be able to take care of 100% of the household before you become a husband. If that is the case, then that woman needs to be able to live within the budget of that household. Whatever that man makes, if he makes 75, if he makes 85, if he makes six figures, then you're going to have to live within that and not work. And then you have responsibilities on your side. I would say, why not have two household income? But if that's what the man wants, and he wants a wife that he's going to provide for everything, she's going to want to have to live in that budget. And you don't want a woman who's going to be pressuring you that I need this, and that. You might not be able to just provide for her basic needs. She might want extras. And I really think that couples who get together need to start defining what their household budget is going to look like for them and not listen to anybody on TikTok that ain't got a man or a woman in sight. If
Exactly.
you and if you and I decide that, hey, okay, let's buy us a house so that if one of us loses a job, we'll still be able to be okay. Let's not live above our means. And we have to stop chasing these capitalistic things that perpetuate freedom but are not really freedom. And what I mean by that is certain luxury brands make us feel free. We feel good when we get them. It's like, yeah, I'm balling, I'm doing this, da 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 da. We have to let some of those things go. We really have to let some of those things go to start to get ahead because it's always going to keep us behind with loans and stuff like that. So that's that. 99% of men don't need to procreate.
No,
Okay.
she's referring specifically to black men, Miss Lana. She's saying 99% of black men are not even worthy of procreation.
Oh gosh. I what?
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of black men doing good things. 99%, I'm not gonna say that. I wouldn't say that. And I follow Voodoo Back. I'm with her on a lot of things as far as us both being black women. And I think that's a good sister. Y'all got her frustrated. She went off. And some of the things that she was saying, I recall from because I listen to all different types of podcasts and different views and stuff. And she
Uh-huh.
seems to be a Cynthia G follower. I don't know if anybody in the chat or also in the box heard about Cynthia G, but Cynthia G is real big on stop procreating with black men, stop giving them seeds, stop being who they are. Cynthia G is she's ruthless. She's
What's her
ruthless.
reasoning behind what's her reasoning behind it though?
She feels like you all are not kings, that you all are not leaders, that
Uh-huh.
you all are kings with no kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
She feels like any black woman that's still dating black men is called a black male worshiper. You have to go over there and see that. That is her opinion. I absolutely do not agree with 100% of what she's saying,
Mm-hmm.
but it is just that's where the trend is going. You'll see a lot of women starting to agree with that sentiment that if you all are not going to be on our team, we're not going to be on your team. We're not going to be on the forefronts of the protests and the things that are protecting you all when you all don't protect us. And it's a big thing about preferences and it's a whole thing over there. So when you get to that, and that becomes one of your posts because it don't come, I'll come back for that part. So the 99% procreation totally don't agree. Now
Mm-hmm.
let's get to the submit to the oppressor. Oh boy, did she
Mm-hmm.
really say that?
She said that.
Did she
Said what
really
she
say
said
that?
and did.
Um, I was disappointed. Like sis, I was disappointed but I'm gonna tell you what she believes. Who wants to submit to their oppressor, right? Stay with that. Who wants to submit to their oppressor because she believes that you all want to be the oppressors of us. So everybody's like, oh, no, no. You can't compare the two. You can when you see it like that. You can when you see it like that. A lot of black men, not you, not some of these brothers that I've seen some of you bring up, but like men like Rebel, he said that single black mothers are for recreational use.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone who sees me as below him, who
Mm-hmm.
sees me as somebody who is beneath him. So
Mm-hmm.
why should I submit to anybody who thinks like that? White men see black men as below them. So if you don't have a problem with submission, why would you have a problem with it either way? She's not seeing it as a black man and a black woman being in a relationship and being in love and that being sisters. A lot of black men and a lot of these red pill societies, they want to be the oppressor of women. What I don't understand is how do you discredit a black woman for being everything that she needs to be to take care of herself in this day and age? She makes her own money. She has her own house. She's able to feed herself. She's able to feed kids. She's able to take care of a few things. So why is it a problem when we do it, but not a problem when y'all do it? My thing is this: you can't. Black men have to stop saying, "Well, I'm pro-black. I'm about the community." When you're only pro-black man, you're not pro-black woman. You're not pro-black Q plus. You're not pro-black children. Because if you were pro-black community as a whole, you would never say that single women are for recreational use. You would never ask somebody to submit to you when you don't have anything to lead with. And a lot of the good black men are out here asking you to submit to them. Because I promise you, my good black man I submit to is not a problem. But what you all think is submit and what I think is submit are two different things. You all want to be the rulers of the people of color, starting with black women. And it's we have to get out of that mindset as a community because it's not going to work for us. The patriarchy is not going to work for us. This capitalism is not going to work for us. And you can see that it's not working for us. It's absolutely not. And another thing is, someone said, uh, I really when she said that, it was like, oh, I can't believe she went there, but I saw where she was coming from. I saw where she was coming from because you all want to be the oppressors of us and you want us to submit, but you can't go down into Chicago, Philly, New York, the Bronx, into Fayetteville or any of these places and make those young black men submit to y'all and tell them to put their guns down and stop doing things. We don't feel protected in our own communities. So before you come to me to get me to submit, handle handle your own men. I'm not asking you to submit to no white man. That's not going to happen.
And
You
this is my response to what you said, Miss Lana.
know.
So you talked about and listen, Rebel is his own man, right? Like Rebel is his own man,
Yes.
has his own belief, says how he feels, right? Like
Uh-huh.
Rebel doesn't speak for Noble. Rebel doesn't speak for any other black man. Rebel just speaks for herself.
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm.
But listen, I'll say this. So this actually happened on Rebel's platform yesterday. And I was actually in the box, but the whole time that Voodoo Bay was in the box, I was muted. I was mute and I was quiet. I was literally just
Mm-hmm.
observing and listening to what they were saying. And Miss Lana, as a young black man, to hear a black
Mm-hmm.
woman say, first of all, 99% of black men are not worthy of procreation, that was
Mm.
kind of like that was the eyebrow raiser. For to hear her say, when he asked her about the whole submission thing, and to hear her, instead of directly answering the question, get into
Mm-hmm.
what she got into about, you guys need to submit to your white man, they're your oppressor, and they've proven for hundreds of years that they're better than you and stuff.
That
That's
was
an
that
eyebrow
was
raiser. Like that's
that
not really
was
cool.
but that was cold. But let me tell you, she's she's replaced the white man. Let's do some algebra here. Replace the white man with red pill. Replace the white man with red pill, and then replace black man with the woman. It's the same. It's on the same level.
I'm gonna get
What
to it.
it's on the same level.
Hey, Mr. Misha. Yeah, I'm gonna
And
get
and the,
to it.
and the thing is, I agree with somebody. I, when people you have some people coming over here talking some submit. There was even one guy who had a post that's like, if you don't submit, I'm gonna make you. That type of submission is awful, and it reeks of slavery, it reeks of oppression, it reeks of violence, and that's not what that's I wish there was another word. I wish somebody would pop up with another word.
Miss
That I
Ron.
wish somebody would pop up with another word, because that when she said that, because they've proven that they're better than you and da da da, it immediately made me think of Cynthia G. And it was like, oh, here we
But
go.
this is
Here
the
we
thing.
go.
This is the thing. And while you were on vacation, I
Hmm.
literally had a whole stream about these. We always be talking. Mark was good. We always be talking about women on here. I had a whole stream addressing, these red pill men and these manosphere men. Um,
Hmm.
and like you said, and I said this, like a lot of these men that be like spewing this rhetoric, and a
Hmm.
lot of the average and below average men that be consuming this rhetoric and trying
Hmm.
to apply it to their real life and think that they can talk to women certain ways, and
Hmm.
think that they can like just act a certain way because they're a man and because they saw Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels or somebody on YouTube say something. you know
Hmm.
that's not right. A lot of, like I said, a lot
Exactly.
of the men that consume this content, they are average and below average men. These men are out here saying that I want women to submit to me and this, that, and the third, that when they don't even have anything to submit to. Talking about let me
Right.
lead. They're not leaders,
Where you lead me to? You lead me to the
Exactly.
poorhouse? You lead
Exactly.
where you leading me to? Because if you lead me to a life that I can provide for myself, okay, I'm good. And as far as someone saying in the comments, black women want to overrun black men, I don't think so. We don't have a whole red pill society where you're telling, well, we created everything, we invented everything. What you're using
Mm,
right now was created by a man.
it might not. It
Nobody
might
wants
not
to run.
be. It
Nobody
might
wants
not
to
be a
rule
red
over.
pill. It might not be a red pill community, but this is my thing. And
Hmm.
I said this yesterday when I went live to address this stuff, or this early this morning. I'm starting to see through. I'm starting to see through a lot of stuff. Like, we don't bash women here on my platform. We don't bash men. We have, respectful, constructive conversations. I let everybody come up and say how they feel about, whatever it is we're talking about. But
Hmm.
for her as a black woman to be spewing what she's spewing, and then
Hmm.
when she was on here earlier this morning, she said that she doesn't even like. She said that the stuff that she be spewing to these women is not even her personal beliefs. And then when she was asked, okay, so if those aren't your personal beliefs, why are you telling these women all these things? She didn't have anything to say. So, I've always said, I've said, you and I
Okay.
have talked about this. Like, if you want to go viral, if you want to get a big audience or whatever,
Yep.
talk negatively about black women, or say things to uplift black women and down black men, or talk about the LGBTQIA plus community. And
And, and look where
listen,
we are.
I'm Mr. Data. I'm Mr. Data and statistics. So
Hmm.
for the average black man and average black woman, for their yearly earnings to be just a little under $42,000, but you're here
Hmm.
saying that, listen, if you don't have land and assets to pass down to 4 different generations, if you are not 100% completely able to take care of a household, you are not ready to be a father of a husband. Well, that's going to exclude 99% of black men. Same way she said that's going to mark out a vast majority of you. That's going to
Hmm.
mark out. That means that 99% of black women, then, if that's what it's going to be, are not going to be wives, and they're not going to be mothers. So that's kind of a contradictory statement if we just operating off reality. Like I say, 99% of women, they are going to be working. They are going to be with a man that's going to be working, and they're going to combine their incomes, and they're going to make it shake however they make it shake. Like,
That's it.
99% of women are not going to be in a relationship with a man that can pay 100% of the bills and provide a certain lifestyle for a family. Like, if in America, if a man, just a spitball estimate, if a man not making between $250,000 in a year, or between $250,000 and $300,000 a year, he's probably not gonna be able to just have a woman just not work at all, especially in 2022 with
Okay.
these rising inflation
So,
costs. So
so if you're not going to be able to have me not work at all, then we're not going to have leaders in this whole household and relationship. We're going to have a 50-50. Because if I'm putting in 50 and you're putting in 50 and we're putting into this household together, then that's what it's going to be. We're not going to have anything where you're running around talking about, I need to submit to you. Hold up. I paid half of this rent just like you did. I make sure that this household rocks just like you did. I worked 40 hours a week to your 40 hours a week. So when there's something that needs to happen in that household, we work it out together. Some people, some women are just better at managing money. What is wrong with that? Some men are very good at fixing things and putting things together. Some aren't. It could be a whole thing of, and for the most part, y'all hiring people for this stuff. So stop acting like you're out there building houses and forests and log cabins. Stop it. This is not happening. You know what I mean? That's not happening. But you got to start defining your marriage, your relationship for what it is, and be realistic. Why do you want to be 100% in control of your household so you can come on here and tell people that don't even like you? Or do you really want to have something and pass something on to generations? Because I'm Black people, we will get on here and scream generational wealth in a minute, but have no idea how to hand it down. We have no idea on
have
how to keep Big Mama's house
it's
because they're
one
going
thing,
to.
it's one thing to say, not even know how to hand it down, but you have to have it to hand down in the first place.
So if you make 100,000 and I make 100,000, it's 200,000. We can hand it down together. But if you need to
Absolutely.
be the only person in the house making 100,000, you'll die before either one of us get it. Or we're gonna have to have life insurance and pass that on to our kids and hope they do better. It doesn't make sense.
And but Miss Lana,
Mhm.
what happened to the whole teamwork thing? What happened to the us working together? And why is it that, the man needs to do all this, but I don't ever hear the woman say, okay, so if the man is going to be responsible for, he needs to come and be able to be 100% financially responsible, and this, that, and the third. What is the woman going to be bringing to him? Like, what type of woman does this woman need to be a wife, or a mother, to deserve these benefits, and be able to not go to work, and be able to have a man 100% provision for her?
Wait a
It's
Why
minute.
don't
what
I
women
you
think
ever
want.
talk about that?
It's
but
based
I'm
on the man.
I'm based on the 50-50. I'm based on the you bring 100%, I bring 100% of what I have. But it's but you're always like, well, what does the woman bring to the table? Where is this table coming from? Where's this table coming from? Do you not want to be with the woman? Did you not want to be in her space? Did you not want to have her children? Did you not want to take care of her? You marrying her, you want to be around her. Obviously something about her is making you want to be with this woman. Why do you not want to provide for her? Why do you say, well, if I'm gonna provide for you, you got to have something, you got to have something? Okay, well, you wouldn't have picked her if she didn't have something.
But okay,
she
Ms.
can
Lana,
she
let me
can
say this.
she
Let me
can
say
learn she
this.
can learn to cook.
Yeah,
She can.
let me.
I don't understand.
I'm speaking for Noble when I say this. I
Okay.
want to listen. I'm a young man. I want to be in a position to where if my woman will still be able to work if she chooses to work, but I want to be in a position to where I can 100% fully provision and be 100% financially responsible for a household. But the
So
thing is, I live in reality, Miss Lana. I don't do the whole hypothetical in a perfect world thing. Again, that is not a reality for not only 99% of Black men. That is not a reality for 90 something percent of men in the whole world. More than 90% of women are not in relationships like that. So to tell a young woman, or to tell another woman that, hey, if he's not able to do these things, then you shouldn't even be considering him. You're not helping bring us together. Again,
did she say?
if we're gonna go based off of what she said, then 90 something percent of these Black women are not going to be mothers, and they're not going to be wives.
Well, let me stop you right there because I don't know if that's what she said. I don't know if that's exactly what she said. You need to bring her in and let her finish her thoughts without being challenged by the likes of Rebel. And I do. Are you not able to take care of? I don't. I'm not. Maybe I'm not understanding exactly what you all are saying, because it's like this: 100% of the household is what are you all thinking? Are you thinking about this big mansion, a bunch of cars, or are we thinking about, because right now everybody in this live is 100% taking care of their household.
But this is the
Is
thing,
that
Miss
what
Lana. This is what the women are complaining about. The women are
you're saying?
complaining about the first of all, the women are saying that they want a man that can be this 100% provider, but they're also saying that they're not getting the emotional support. They're not getting the emotional support to the level that they need. So, Miss Lana, if you and I are together and you're telling me, and we living in whatever household or whatever townhome or whatever apartment, whatever condo,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
want you to be 100% responsible. So as a black man, I'm already subjected to what I'm subjected to, that the world subjects me to when I go outside. I'm subjected to
Hmm.
what I'm subjected to in the workplace. Now you're putting
Hmm.
on this extra, anxiety and stress on me, if you will, that I got to make sure that I'm able to pay 100% of everything and still provide a certain lifestyle, for my woman and possibly a kid or two. But who said that that's what being a provider means in the first place? I am just saying, because if that's what we're going to be preaching, that is not a reality. Again, keyword reality, for a lot of more 9 out of 10 men and women. That is not a reality.
Uh, but are you saying that it hasn't been done? It's
It's
been done.
definitely it's definitely been done. But again, Miss Lana, this is not
Mhm.
1930. This is not 1930 anymore. We're in 2022. And if we were to just go off the numbers, that is not going to be a reality for not only 90% of black men, even Hispanic men, and even white men. More like if we were to do a survey of our country, out of 10 women, how many women do you think are contributing financially towards their household? Do you think only 1 out of 10 women are contributing financially to the household, or would you say between 7 and 9?
Between 7 and 9, easy.
Okay then. So what are we talking about, telling women that if he can't provide 100%, and you can't be that one that's not, then you shouldn't even entertain these men in the first place. What are we talking about? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay. You got to bring her up, because I've only seen that clip. I've only seen that clip. I'm gonna let my sister speak for herself, because
Yeah, okay. All right.
everybody
Hey,
everybody in there. Okay, bring her up, because that's
all right.
just it's something,
I'm a, I'm a,
something's
I'm a,
off.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna drop you and bring two other women on. Okay, Miss Lana.
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
All
All
right.
right.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Perfect.